Subscribe to Rajshri Food and click on the bell icon for more updates.
Hello and welcome to Rajshri Food. I'm your host Ruchi Bharani, and in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you a classic Indian vegetable that is stuffed bitter gourd or Bharwan Karela. Let's start with cleaning the bitter gourd. So I have these small size bitter gourd or Karela over here. Cut the sides and then you'll have to clean the peel like this. So this is nicely peeled. Next, let's make a slit in the center and scoop out all the seeds. So this is nicely cleaned, and I also have around 500 grams of bottle gourd that I've cleaned over here. And next, let's add in a dash of salt, coat it nicely and let it sit for 10 minutes. While the bitter gourd is resting, let's quickly make the stuffing. For that, I'm going to heat up 2 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil is nice and hot, let's add in 2 finely chopped onions. Cook the onions for 2 to 3 minutes. Once the onions are slightly softened, into this I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of gram flour. Let the gram flour roast with the onions. Next, let's quickly add all the dry spices. I have half a teaspoon of roasted cumin seed powder, 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri red chilli powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander and cumin seed powder, 2 teaspoons of sauf or fennel seed powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, half a teaspoon of chaat masala, 2 tablespoons of roasted peanuts and salt. Give this a mix. Next, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of freshly grated coconut. And at the end, I'm going to sprinkle a dash of water just to bind everything together. Give this a mix. Let's turn off the flame and let the stuffing cool down completely. While this is cooling, let's quickly get the bitter gourd ready to stuff. These bitter gourds have been resting for 10 minutes and now I'm going to rinse them off. This helps in bringing down the bitterness. So let's thoroughly rinse them with water. Let's get them out of the water now and pat dry them. Over a napkin, let's just dry these a little bit. Make sure you drain out all the water from inside. Dab them. Let's start stuffing them. Into the cavity, let's fill around a tablespoon of the filling and close it. In this way, let's fill in all the bitter gourds. All the bitter gourds are nicely stuffed, and now I'm going to tie them up with a thread just so that they don't open up while cooking. Take a bitter gourd and just tie it up so that it doesn't open. Let's reserve this filling because we're going to be making a gravy out of this. So let's get it out of the pan. In the same pan, let's heat some oil. The oil is nice and hot, and now let's cook the bitter gourd. Let's add in a pinch of salt. Let's cover this and simmer the flame and let it cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. Just keep tossing it in the middle. Let's check on these. These seem to be done. Let's get them off the pan. In the same pan, let's quickly make the gravy. Let's take the leftover filling and add around 1 to 1.5 cup of water. Let it boil. Break all the lumps. And let this boil for at least 3 to 4 minutes. While the gravy is cooking, let's quickly chop the threads. The gravy is done. Let's turn off the flame. Let's plate this. So on my serving plate, I'm going to place these bitter gourds. And on this, I'm going to pour the gravy. Karela or bitter gourd is quite an unpopular vegetable at home. So do try this recipe the way I have made. I'm sure it's going to be a hit with your family. So don't forget to subscribe to Rajshri Food, comment below, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.